So ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for the guy that started it all, Brian Wilson.
Good evening, Los Angeles, Hollywood, California, TCL Chinese Theater. Good evening to everyone watching in IMAX theaters around the country. Let's get those good vibrations going and let's hear it for the Beach Boys. Without further ado, let's get this conversation, feel the excitations by welcoming to the front of the TCL Chinese Theater, executive producer and director Tom Zimney. Please welcome, this guy is a legend, director and producer Frank Marshall. And ladies and gentlemen, from the Beach Boys, Al Jardine.
Thank you very much.
And stay standing and give it up from the Beach Boys, Mike Love. Like, why was now the time to do a fresh take on the Beach Boys, on their legacy and their impact? Tom?
I found in the process with this film especially that this music is timeless and it welcomes a new generation, and with this film and collaborating with this team and Frank, this opportunity to dig deep in the vaults and give music and images of the band. And it's an amazing moment because we're able to touch the fans and tap into a new audience.
Yeah, the amazing thing about the film is that even for someone who knows a lot about the Beach Boys and has read so much and seen so much, how fresh it is. So, Frank, I would love to hear what informed your approach with how you were going to frame this film.
I grew up on their music, but I didn't grow up on their music to begin with. I was a surfer, I played guitar, I was in a band, but all the surfing music was instrumental. And then it was a very small, narrow thing with the Ventures and Dick Dale and the Deltones, and then along came these guys with lyrics and incredible harmonies. I mean, I couldn't believe the harmonies. And I've been a Beach Boys fan since then, and I kind of wanted to find out why their band worked and mine didn't.
Well, Al, you know, when I was watching the film, and Mike, I was struck by how profound and poignant your discussions were about the history of the group and your place in that history. But when you were doing this conversation, Al, when you were talking about your time with the group, like, what were some of the fresh memories that came back to the fore, like things you haven't thought about in a long, long time that you got to talk about for the making of this film?
Dennis Wilson came up with the idea for a song about surfing, but we didn't have any way to express that other than a cappella with Brian around the piano. So I said, guys, we can audition for my mother. Perhaps she might finance our instruments for us. And so Mike and the guys and I went over to the house. We sat on, didn't have enough furniture in the house for all of us, so we all sat around on the floor, sang Their Hearts Were Full of Spring, and a little song called Surfin'. And she says, boys, I love your music, and I'll give you the money for your instruments, and the rest is history. Thanks, Mom. Oh, by the way, it's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks, Virginia.
Mike, you know, here we are in 2024. The Beach Boys are as popular, if not more popular than they ever were. What is it about the music of the Beach Boys that it's not just still relevant, but it still continues to inspire new generations of music lovers?
I think that this day and age, good vibrations and fun, and don't worry, baby, and wouldn't it be nice, are all incredibly relevant because of the state of the world and the challenges we all face, you know, whether we're doing well or not doing so well, we all face challenges. And I think it's great that the Beach Boys music still thrives and survives and is alive to this day.
We got them all back together. Wouldn't it be great to do that tonight? So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for the guy that started it all, Brian Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Beach Boys drops on Disney Plus this Friday. Big thanks to Disney and to IMAX for making tonight's event possible. Enjoy, everyone around the country. Enjoy the Beach Boys, because God only knows what we would be without you.